Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and as always, I'm joined with my podcast co-host.
Hello, I'm SQ.
And today we have a pretty exciting episode to get into, because if you guys have been living under a rock, you'd probably not know that there are some pretty interesting 2-packs releasing. But if you haven't been living under a rock, then you must know about them. I completely messed that whole
That's
sentence
okay.
up,
No, hang
but
on.
we're gonna keep it in.
But-
If you guys haven't been living under a rock, then you know that some killer 2-packs have released. We have the, of course, Anakin and Obi-Wan 2-pack. We actually have in the background. And we also have the Bespin 2-pack releasing here in a few months with Empire Strikes Back Vader and Bespin Luke. So pretty exciting, and we wanted to do a full episode on maybe our thoughts on future 2-packs, because we love this idea. We love the diorama bases, and we want more diorama 2-packs like this. So in this video, we're each going to be presenting 5 diorama 2-packs that we want to see come to the line, and then maybe an honorable mention with a 3 or 4-pack, just because 2-packs are kind of limiting when you want big scenes. So we'll see.
yeah, that's you set it all up. There's really no rules to it. It's just kind of like what are sets that we would like to see, and then just also with the addition, like with the San Diego Comic-Con set, we got some really cool world building set pieces. I know you love that kind of stuff, and that's
Mhm.
that's what I really tried to focus on, is like what would be cool to have, like, to display my figures on. So
Yeah.
why don't you kick it off? What do you have for your first offering?
So this list is in no particular order, because I want all of these equally. But the first one I have on my list is actually from the 2D Clone Wars. So very specific here, but it is an Anakin and Ventress duel. This is specifically like whenever it's raining, so you're gonna have Anakin with the wet hair, and I believe he has the ripped sleeves in this one as well. And then you're gonna have Ventress in her 2D Clone Wars look, which would be cool to see both of those with like their live action likeness, but in those 2D Clone Wars outfits, I think would be pretty cool. But specifically, I really want them to like go heavy on the rain effect. Like one of the coolest parts of that scene is seeing the rain hit the lightsabers, and it like sizzles, or like and so that's one thing that I would love to see them include, is like the sizzle effects on the blades, so you can see like the rain hitting the blades. As far as diorama base goes, they're on like the side of this cliff, so just kind of like this rocky cliff would be perfect. So
Nice. I like that one a lot. I like it so much. I actually had it on my list, and now I'm glad that I made like double, because because I have to come up with something else. No, same.
I'm like no shot. David puts this on his list.
I aimed to surprise. That's my goal this
uh,
time. There's so many times that we've talked about similar things like this, and I know that I've had my ideas, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Dark Empire Luke," because he always talks about Dark Empire Luke. But I didn't even put it on my radar. Like, that's not on the list this time. But since you stole mine, um, I'm going to go for something that I absolutely know you wouldn't put on your list, because I know that you hate the game, because you never gave it a shot, because you don't like turn based. So it is a final duel between Jedi Revan and Darth Malak from the end of Knights of the Old Republic. They duel on this bridge of some ship. I forget the name of it. Is that the Star Forge? I can't remember. Anyway, so it's kind of looks like a Death Star bridge. This is a catwalky kind of things here and there. Super cool. We already have a decent Darth Malak, but I thought this would be a really cool opportunity for them to redo the Revan. Um, Maybe do soft goods, maybe do swappable heads where you have a masked head and then an unmasked head. Um, but yeah, the game is totally customizable, so you can have a bunch of different outfits. But there is a version where he has kind of the white Revan robes, And I think that would be so cool. Just better jointing, give them the butterflies,
Mhm.
give them brand new lightsabers, give them the pinless legs, and maybe redesign the soft goods so that you can get more movement out of it, because the skirt piece kind of hinders the leg movement. But yeah,
Yeah.
that bridge set, that's my first pick.
Sweet. That's cool. I like that.
Thank you. What do you have for your second?
Next one is from a show that has a lot of mixed feelings. I personally love the show though, and that is the Ahsoka show. I don't think we get a lot of hype for the Ahsoka show, so I actually gave this dual one to I'm thinking of one right now, and I'm like, this is so much of a better idea for a dual set that I didn't think of. Um, so
You
I
can
might
change your
change it
mind.
here. I'm gonna
You're
change it
not,
here right.
yeah,
I'm gonna
you're not
change it
tied
here
down.
right on the spot, and I'm gonna do an Anakin and a Ahsoka dual two pack, where it's got the World Between Worlds base. It's got the Sith Eyes Anakin with the red saber specifically, and it has the normal Ahsoka.
I have to stop letting you go first.
Oh, so wait, you have okay? Wait, no, take it back. I lied. I lied. That one was not on my list. I have a different option that you didn't put.
That's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's cool because we're on the same page. Like we're two for two. But
So,
it I actually, so there are some things that I put on my list because they are more fan not fan friendly. They are more broad as far as the fan interest. Having that Ahsoka and Anakin in the World Between Worlds would be great. It would be awesome. And they already have the brand new Anakin. They just have to change the head sculpt. It would give an opportunity for them to repurpose the Ahsoka, or maybe do some slight modifications to streamline her a little bit. But yeah, having like a World Between Worlds, I see it as kind of like a smoky
mhm,
translucent plastic looking thing, and
yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah, so we're
So,
on the same page with that. So
so
uh
what I originally had was a Sabine and Shin Hati dual set, specifically from Lothal whenever she's at like Ezra's um house, like pillar thing. I don't know what that thing is.
she's creeping
Um
at Ezra's. Yeah,
the Seattle uh Sky Needle. I don't even know what that's called. um, but I specifically put that one on the list because Sabine has the longer hair in that one, and not like she's just in her normal clothes, not the armor. And I like that look for her, and it's not something we've gotten as a figure. So that was the other one that I was gonna say before I switched it. So that is an honorable mention, I guess now too.
and it would be unique because she would have a lightsaber hole through her torso.
She would, yep. Swappable torsos. Yep.
All right, so I have to remove another one.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I actually think it's really neat that we're kind of on the same page when it comes to some of this stuff. So there's one that I have on my list, but I am reluctant to say it because I don't want to take it away from you if you decide to do it. And I'm going to say the next one on my list is a Rogue One set,
Hmm.
and it is a Darth Vader versus Rebel Fleet Trooper.
That's a really cool. I love that.
So here's what I want. I want the Vader pinless legs, finally, please. And a corridor set, but I don't just want the base and maybe some sidewalls. I want a piece that goes up over the top, right? Because I want you to be able to take the Rebel Fleet Trooper and attach him to the ceiling,
That's so cool.
and you can have that scene where Vader's just like beep.
That's crazy.
Maybe if they made it a deluxe set, we're kind of venturing into the our wild card at the end here, but two Rebel Fleet Troopers with different heads, or maybe two Rebel Fleet Troopers and then give them like each a couple of different heads that you could swap,
Mhm.
and then you could build out or come out with a brand new Rebel Fleet Trooper in the main line, and then you could interchange whatever extra heads are included. That's what I
Yeah,
want. I saw a picture of it of just that still of Vader just swinging the lightsaber kind of over his shoulder, and then the Rebel Fleet Trooper attached to the ceiling. That's what I want.
that's really cool. I like that one a lot.
Thanks, dude. What do you have next?
Next up, I didn't go with a dual set. There's no lightsabers in this one, but it's one of those things when I got a 3D printer, this was one of the first things I 3D printed, and I thought I would love to get this as like an official Black Series diorama, and that is a Han and Greedo 2-pack with the chairs and the little table in the middle.
Nice. I like that a lot.
I know they have like a Han and Greedo 2-pack, but the seats and the table is just built into the cardboard of the box, but I want actual Black Series plastic pieces to go with it. So,
Dude, that set, I know it's I think it's worth a little bit of money now, but
mhm.
I cannot tell you how many times and for how long that stupid set sat on the shelf at Toys R Us. I think it came out in 2014.
2014 sounds right because it was the blue line box.
Yeah,
I want to say.
and they at my Toys R Us down in LA, the Burbank one, uh rest in peace. They probably still had those in store when either Rogue One or maybe The Last Jedi came out.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, because they just couldn't get rid of them. They had the Tie Fighters too. The First Order Tie Fighter. Those sat forever.
Hmm.
Keeping in mind that we could have a brand new figure and then have one that's repurposed. That seems to be the way that they're going, except for the SDCC set. But The Force Unleashed had DLC, and one of the missions involved Lord Starkiller dueling Boba Fett on Tatooine. So I want it's like Jabba's like hangar, I think is where it takes place,
Mhm.
Jabba's palace. It's the Lord Starkiller, but it's kind of like a Tatooine or a Tusken Raider variant where he's got kind of wraps around him and stuff. That version of Starkiller with the Boba Fett, the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett that we've already gotten, which is pretty
Mhm.
perfect the way it is, and then maybe a little bit of that hanger set. Give me some boxes or something to throw around the side. Maybe like the SDCC set that you got. It has the interchangeable pegs, so you could reposition the Obi-Wan and the Anakin on the different stands. What if they had different points on the base where you could plug in like a ball jointed flight stand? So you could put
Mhm.
Boba Fett here, you could put him over here, and then you could have Lord Starkiller.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Hear me out on that same line of thought. Have that Lord Starkiller with the Force Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the diorama piece is the engine of the Millennium Falcon, where he gets forced into it and like dies, and like just explodes.
All right, we're up to the top two before the honorable mention or the wild card. What do you have?
So my number two is from season 7 of the Clone Wars, and it is an Ahsoka and Maul dual 2-pack, and it's got the Mandalorian throne, and I can already tell that I just took another one of David's.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, that was on my list though.
Really?
No, it was seriously okay. But tell me what you want on yours, and then I'll tell you how I would do it.
I specifically want the Mandalorian throne as kind of like the diorama piece for it. So
Nice.
yeah.
Mine was slightly different. I actually thought it would be neat to have the catwalk piece, and
That
then
would be
maybe
cool.
have it be elevated to where you could have they wouldn't just that it wouldn't just be necessarily that they were standing on top of it, but maybe like hanging from it, so it'd have to have a little bit of height to it. And yeah, so you could have like the duel on a couple different levels, or if they went all out, maybe it was kind of like a platform thing where there were two catwalks on two separate levels, could be repurposed as a general display piece for putting a bunch of figures, like a
Yeah,
shelf setup, but you could have it be for that, specifically for the duel. So
I like that.
would you go any brand new figures?
Oh, completely brand new season 7 Ahsoka, because the one that we got is Booty Cheeks, and we need a new one.
Booty cheeks.
Booty Cheeks is the professional term.
Hashtag booty cheeks.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. I definitely would like to see that if they went the route of doing um what's her name? Ariana Greenblatt or whatever, the actress that plays
Yeah.
the young Ahsoka. If they did like a photo real one, or live action accurate version,
Mhm.
and then you throw in the season 7 mall that they already have, I think that'd be kind of neat too.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
All right, give me a second here. I got to take another one off my list.
Sorry. I've got an idea for another one that now that you mentioned the Star Killer, but
Give me a little an aside. This won't count for your actual list, but
okay. Well, then the side one is you mentioned Star Killer, and I thought about him going and like killing all the main characters. And the one that stood out to me was him fighting the snow speeder Luke. And so I thought it would be cool to have the snow speeder Luke, but specifically like halfway through the fight, Luke like turns evil and has like the yellow Sith eyes and everything. So give Luke the yellow Sith eyes, and I think he loses his hand too. So give him the removable hand. You can have like the Hoth hanger as like the background to it too.
and I'd love that Star Killer design.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, my number 2. I'm a steal it from you if it was your number 1.
Yeah, it probably is, but
No, I can't do that to you.
no,
I'm
no,
not
just
gonna.
do it. Do it. It might
No,
not.
no,
It
no,
might
no.
not be. It might not be. It might not be. Just go for it.
Here's what
Go
I'll
for
do.
it. I,
Here's what
I, I
I'll do.
promise. I promise. I will come up with something else. Please say it.
I'm gonna give you what my set number 1 was, and then
Okay.
if you don't end up saying this one, then I will make that my number 1. But this is the one that I think is the most interesting. Where I would be most excited to see, and I'm hoping that it's nowhere near your list. Uh, I would like to see a cave duel, Luke Skywalker versus the dark spirit of Darth Vader.
I really like that, and I'm upset that I didn't come up with that first because that is really cool.
Thanks, dude. The set piece could just be, cave floor and maybe some kind of wall aspect. It doesn't really have to be. It actually could be just all cast in grays and blacks, with no real paint detail, like, and save some money there. But I want the Vader to shine on this. I want the Vader to be very similar to, they did one in 2001, that was like a dark force spirit of Vader, and it was an existing Vader figure, but they did it all in like a translucent smoky gray plastic, and
Mhm.
it had, the headpiece, the head came off, but it had a little like hidden panel that you could pop off, and it had the Luke face underneath. But when you plugged it in place, you could not tell. So like a lot of people didn't even know it existed. There was no instructions on it. You just had to know that it was there. And the way they did the eyes, the lenses on the Vader helmet are kind of this like, they look like they're translucent, but they're like this ghostly reddish, and it is such a cool figure. Do that. You take a page out of the Jedi Spirits, where the soft goods are kind of that like really thin shimmery plastic, or like this guy, the new
Yeah.
Royal Guard, where the fabric is like really sheer and thin, uh, and have it be ghostly, little sparkly maybe. And I think that'd be fantastic. I would absolutely love that set.
I like that a lot. I think I would go with swappable heads. So you have the normal Vader head and then the swappable head with the broken panel already there. But that is a cool set, and I'm upset that I didn't come up with that because that's really cool, and that's definitely at the top of my list.
Thanks. Well, if you did, you wouldn't need the mask, the removed mask piece
Yeah,
to even plug into the existing Vader. You could just have the Vader have a removable head, and then have the separate piece that has the face exposed underneath, and just have that be like a prop that you could set up and just take the other head and
it,
set
I
it.
agree, but it would be cool to put that head on Vader, just as like a to have them dueling, but like it's Luke versus Luke. But no, I
Kind of
agree.
like,
That's cool.
thanks, kind of like the Duels End Vader, where it has it's like a
Mhm.
full Luke head underneath.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, what's your number one?
So you actually just mentioned my number one because I've got the Duels End 2-pack with the Duels End Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but specifically the diorama has like a rocky kind of base, and specifically I want Obi-Wan Kenobi to have like the pose where he's like has his arms out and all the rocks are like floating behind him. That is specifically like what this base will include. It's got like all the floating rocks.
I like
Yeah,
that a lot.
that's the 2-pack, and it's gonna specifically have both versions of like the Vader helmet. So if you want the normal Vader helmet or the slashed open one, you can have both. Now, obviously, the body will still have the slashes, but that's too much to ask for. So, like,
I love
I
that.
mean, ideally, the chest piece can be swapped, but like, I don't think I'm gonna go that far.
They already have the Target exclusive body with the
Mm,
modification, so I would be fine if they repurposed that and had the cape with the slash through it and everything. Yeah,
mm,
I love that idea. I took that off my list because that was one that I was like,
yeah,
how are they going to put that? But the thing that you didn't say, and I actually had to look this up because uh, I didn't remember how it ended, but as soon as I watched the clip, I was like, it took me back to playing this when it came out.
mm,
Um, is a Kyle Katarn
mm,
versus Dasan from the end of Jedi Outcast, and they're in kind of this Jedi temple thing. There's like this kind of pillar with a big glowing light,
yeah,
and I totally thought that you would go for it, and so that was the one I was like, I'm not gonna say it, but we should have a Kyle Katarn anyway.
I
Uh,
agree.
they could put that in as a single release figure. They could even make the Dark Forces version and then just modify it, have it designed in such a way where you could modify it to make the Jedi Outcast version where he's got the white shirt and the shoulder pad. And
Mhm.
Dasan's actually a really interesting character. He's like a kind of a reptilian alien.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like a
remember.
dinosaur, is what I would
Yeah,
call him.
he's like a human anthropomorphic dinosaur. Uh,
Yeah.
and he's got kind of like a Savage Opress kind of look to
Mhm.
him. So I'm wondering if maybe they could just use that body, and
They
then
probably could.
he's got kind of like he would need to have the neck kind of beefed up because he's got like it's almost like a tyrannosaur looking head.
Mhm.
Have that with their duel, and then the pillar thing, it's kind of got steps on each side, and then there's kind of like a pillar of light that comes up. Just have that be the base, and then a couple of spots for them to clash lightsabers, and I'm
Yeah,
sold.
I like that a lot. I think the only thing I would do, like I like, is it like Dasan? Is that his name?
Mhm.
Dasan. But I think I would do just like one of the standard like Sith like henchmen, the Sith goons. I would like the just like the tan, almost like the fighter jet head style kind of. I think I like that one because I like that style. Like they're like the villain you fight the most in it, and so I think that's what I would go with. I think the Sith cultist is like the name of it, but
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Sith devotee or cultist or
yeah.
something. Nice. Well, If you had chosen it, you could have
I
had that
didn't
be your second.
honestly. I didn't even think about it.
I totally thought you would go for this. So you picked all the ones that I was like, oh, he's never in a million years. Never in a million years.
uh,
Um, okay, so if we are doing something that is this is the wild card. This is like a something for a Comic Con or an exclusive for Hasbro
mhm.
Pulse or something. Swing for the fences. What do you got? What's
I
your big grandiose
I've actually got two honorable mentions here, and the first one, I think this one is probably one of yours too, but I had to give it to a Return of the Jedi final duel set where it's got the big window, it's got Emperor Palpatine in the chair, it's got Vader and Luke, and then it's got like the steps that go down too. So it's the whole duel set, and then if you wanted to, you could include two guards, two of the royal guards, but that adds like an extra $50 onto it too. So like I'd probably leave them out, but definitely Palpatine with the throne, Luke and a Vader dueling. So, and then I think there's so many different accessories you include with it. Like you got to include the swappable hand for Vader, where he's got the wires for the hand. You got to have the swappable head, so he's got the Shocky uh, Emperor's Wrath head, um, and obviously the different. I think you could do some different shock effects to put like around Luke, like he's getting shocked too. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you could do with it. And,
What if it was a HasLab?
See, I just don't think it would be that expensive. Like, I think this set, like realistically, with how big the diorama is and how many figures come with it, I would say it's about $200. It's about double the price of the Anakin and Obi-Wan 2-pack. It's a little bit of a bigger diorama. It's an extra figure in there too, but I think about $200, and I think that's just a little too cheap to be a HasLab. But
Indulge me for a minute, if you will. What if they restructured the way that they did the HasLab, and it wasn't like they're doing the gunship, where
mhm,
if you at 10,000 it unlocks this figure, at 12,000 it unlocks this one, and on and on. What if
mhm,
they did where the base price for the set, like you said, $200? It's got the throne, the stairs, the Emperor Palpatine, the Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, right?
mhm,
5,000 backers for that. 6,000 backers, you get the Emperor's Wrath head for Vader. 7,000, you get the well, I guess you'd have to have the hand, but you get the like Force Lightning for Palpatine. 10,000, you get two Royal Guards. 15,000, you get more of, like, they build out, you get the catwalk, you get the elevator entrance, you get, so
yeah,
it's as much as people want to back it and spend. The more people that back it, the more stuff you get with the set. You start with the base set and the three figures, and you build it out, but you build it out in smaller increments, and that then it becomes like a contest. You get people rallying together that are like, how big can we get this thing?
yeah.
And it just
I
keeps going. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that idea. I don't think I like the accessories being the backing points. Like you said, like his shocky hands would be a backing point, and like I think all the accessories should be included. But like expanding the diorama, so like you hit a certain number, then you get like the catwalk, and then another number, and you get the elevator. I think all of that is great. Like expand the diorama pieces, but like all the accessories should be included.
20,000, it gets lights and sounds.
And honestly, I'm down. You get Emperor falling down the shaft, screaming sound effect.
At a certain point, if it just keeps building, right, they're like, okay, we got a base unit of just the power shaft that he gets thrown down, but as it gets bigger and bigger, they just keep adding to it, so it just keeps getting taller and
That's
taller.
actually really funny. Uh,
Oh, that's awesome. I want that
what
set
is
now.
what is your honorable mention?
So my honorable mention, you said that you had two, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna do two also. I went Return of the Jedi, but I didn't go the Final Duel. I thought that maybe I was having too many lightsabers. So what I went with is a Endor bunker door playset,
Mhm. I like that a lot.
and then you get your brand new Han Endor, the existing Leia Endor, and you can build it out as necessary. You could do an R2D2. Maybe you give them like electrified
Mhm.
R2D2, um, a stormtrooper. Chewbacca's not really in the scene until later, but uh, maybe the scout trooper, the Rex scout trooper with
Mhm.
the flip up visor, and then it would give like a cool big flat backdrop that you could put a bunch of figures in front of and make for a neat display, even if you didn't want to have it specific to that action sequence. Maybe have the doors open and close a little bit, and then if you're going all in, have just like a little extension, so like if you open the doors you can kind of look in and it kind of looks like it goes into a building. um, but it would be something that could sit pretty close to the back wall of any display, and it'd be more about putting figures in front of it, kind of a thing.
I love that. That's really cool.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. That's sweet.
What's your second runner up?
So this is like a really expensive set, and it could possibly be a HasLab, but I was thinking, I'm like, she's like, this would be like, this is what I want for world building, and it would be a half circle of the Jedi Council, and so you've got like 4 or 5 different chairs that go all the way around. You like Yoda, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, then throw like hologram Kiadi and then like Luminara Unduli or something, and you have just like 5 or 6 chairs around the half circle. You have the ground in front of it and underneath it, of course, and then you kind of just have the pillars in the background, where like in between the windows, you have those pillars, and so it's a kind of big set, but it comes with. To be honest, you don't even have to include the Jedi. I think you should include the Jedi, but like realistically, it's a 4 or 5 pack with all of those characters, the chairs, and like the whole diorama to go with it.
Yeah, that's super cool. uh and then you could get two of them and you can
Mm-hmm.
put them
You could
together.
you could buy two. Yep.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's neat. um i wonder I wonder what the logistics would be of maybe you have like certain bases and then you could plug in different chairs, so you could make, so if you did get two you could, because they all have kind of their unique chairs
Mhm.
that fit for their purposes. Oh, that's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
Mm, well played, sir, well played. uh if I were doing a second runner up, I would do a 1/12 scale complete Ewok celebration with like 100 Ewoks and real fire and
Real fire.
just yeah.
Not safe for kids under 3.
um uh
Lighter fluid not included.
all the different
Darth Vader corpse not included.
the funeral pyre.
Yeah.
um Man, so my it doesn't even seem like that grandiose, I guess, but I would kind of like to see them redo some of the figures from Rogue One. And I think it would be kind of neat if they did the transmission tower set.
Yeah.
Little bit of the tower, and again, I feel like all of mine are like, oh, there's a catwalk, and like
I mean,
Star Wars is
catwalks
just
are
all
cool and they're
catwalk.
easy. They're easy like dioramas. So no, that's valid.
True. Brand new Cassian, brand new Jin, and then reuse the what you can from this Krennic,
Mhm.
and make an updated brand new Krennic from Rogue One. But like it'd be even cool just to have a Scarif battle little bit of
Mhm.
the landing platform, and then just a bunch of different troops, updated troops, different. We
Mhm.
never really got any Scarif looked rebel troops. That
Yeah,
was kind of
I
neat.
agree.
Takes me back to playing Battlefront.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's neat. I this is it's been kind of a fun little romp.
Yeah.
Totally didn't go the direction that I thought it was going to.
But we would love to know what you guys want for diorama 2 packs, because it seems like this is something that Hasbro might be moving into in the future a little more frequently. So let us know down below, what are some of these diorama 2 packs you guys want to see. That is going to do it for this episode of Somewhere in Space. Make sure to check out the playlist we have up on the channel, because we've got 37 other episodes of Somewhere in Space already out there. So make sure to go check those out. That is going to do it for this video. Any final thoughts?
Thank you so much for watching. If you feel so inclined, hop over onto my channel. For some reason, the last few weeks, it's been kind of like popping with subscribers. So thank you so much to everyone who's doing that. If you haven't and you want to give it a shot, please check it out. Side quest.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you sticking around, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.